Tell me, Achi shouted. We're going across. We're going across? What? Dragging Tommy by the hand, Achi darted out into the street. Moving purely by instinct, he wove his way through the gaps between the speeding cars. When they were halfway across, the car slammed on its brakes to keep them from hitting them, causing several cars behind it to crash into one another. The multi-vehicle pileup plunged the roadway into total chaos. As a result of this chaos, traffic in the nearby area will be a standstill for a while on their way to the Syndicate hideout. Shinya Kano and Jack Stanley have been caught in this traffic jam. In a matter of moments, the streetways clogged with a long line of stopped vehicles. Achi and Atomi's pursuers remained on the other side and did not pursue. Huh. Okay. That was crazy. Atomi panted as she caught her breath. Well, you know what they say. Idle feet are the devil's playthings. Hands, it's idle hands. Whatever, at least they gone away. Ooh, just look at that, making me tired. Come on, let's go. Watch you led the way down several twisting side streets before slowing his pace. But now Atomi was slumped and panting heavily. He wanted to give her some time to rest, but if they just hang around, their pursuers might still find them. He looked around and spotted a multi-tent building. The nearest door was open. Bundles of flyers were set out near the entrance. Flyers for Au Revoir, the 22nd performance by the theater troupe, The Wandering Angels. Totally forgot about them. Tells the tale of a man named Ryu looking back on his 100-year life as a warrior. The performance features wire action as his major set piece, with Ryu and his rival Shido flying high through the air, doing battle with the magical Muramasa blade and beam saber, respectively. Why does this sound familiar? That sounds very familiar. Achi peeked inside and saw piles of plywood and painted lumber. It looked like this was a storeroom from a theater's stage props and scenery. We can hide out in here, he said. But tell me as did it, but Achi gave her a little tug. It'll be fine, there's nobody around. They stepped inside the storeroom and Achi quickly shut the door behind them. We should probably rest for a bit, he said. There was a wooden platform set up beside a large piece of plywood. Achi picked up a magazine that had fallen on the floor and spread it out atop the platform's dusty surface. Here, now you can sit without getting your clothes dirty. Thank you. Tommy quietly took a seat. You should probably turn off your cell phones, Achi said. It could be really bad if they rang at the wrong moment. The two powered off their phones. Achi took a cursory look around. Didn't look like there was any way in or out besides the door they'd come in through. There was a single window set in the wall, but it wouldn't open far enough to let them through. Oh, shoot. Ah! Tommy let out a quiet gasp. Someone was outside the storeroom. Achi put a finger on his lips and Hitomi gave a fearful nod. The window's frosted glass blocked any real view in or out. So long as they stayed quiet, they ought to be safe. Whoever was outside pressed their face to the frosted glass, trying to get a glimpse inside. The blurry visage of the foreigner who'd attacked them was dimly visible. Like the man with the cane before him, this guy was quick to catch up. The man pounded on the glass. Achi swallowed the lump in his throat. If this guy got in, they had nowhere to run. Achi turned to Hitomi. So you're out to the door. We'll be fine. Just sit tight. Just sit tight. Just sit tight. Hitomi clutched onto Achi's arm hard. Can I help you with something? Said a casual voice from outside. They saw their pursuer react to once pulling back from the window. That's just our story, you know, the voice added. Achi heard footsteps scampering away. The kidnapper had run off. Achi exchanged glances with Hitomi and let out a tiny sigh. There were more voices coming from outside now. What was up with that guy? I don't know. Heck. Oh, whatever, let's just hurry and get stuff tidied up. Man, my throat's raw. It sounded like a conversation between two men. The storeroom door opened and the men clomped their way inside. Tomonari Takaya and Taro Toga, two members of the theater troupe The Wandering Angels. Takaya is the Wandering Angel star actor playing the lead role of Ryu in today's performance of Au Revoir. The troupe's 22nd piece. Last night he slept completely naked and caught a cold, leading to the sore throat he has now. Togo is the stage director handling things behind the scenes. He's very irritated that Shinchi Bando, in charge of the props, seems to have gone AWOL. So what are we getting? Just grab all those folding chairs over there. Yeah. Producer said we're gonna need a lot more seats all of a sudden. Mr. Ori said that. Going all out for the troops. Last hurrah, huh? Beats me, man. In no real hurry, the men went about carting the folding chairs away. Didn't notice Achi and Tomi sitting silently in the shadows. I have to change the subject, but how come we're using a dry ice machine and not a smoke machine? Maybe that's why my throat's bothering me. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Nobody's even operating and it's still drawing a ton of power. Think it's effective? Achi and Atomi, wow, no, I remember. Achi and Atomi waited for the two men to finish up. If they were spotted, it would probably cause a scene, and worse still, it might alert the men who were hunting them. Once they carried off the rest of the folding chairs, the men closed the storeroom door. The foreigner could still be somewhere nearby, though, so Achi decided they should hide out in the room a little longer. Man, I feel sick. It's like too much reading. God, this blows. I want to get back out there and look for that blue van ASAP, but Achi trailed off as something occurred to him. Wait a second. Now that's weird. Tommy looked at him concurrently. The kidnappers already have the ransom money, yeah? Achi said. That's right. And then they told you that your sister was in some blue minivan? Isn't that kind of weird? What do you mean? Did you figure that your sister was in the minivan by herself? Well, yes. If one of the kidnappers were with her, they wouldn't need to send me to go get her. Right? Achi said. Yet the fact was that as soon as the kidnappers had their money, they could have let Itomi's sister out of the vehicle and just run off. There was no point in sending Itomi to fetch her personally. Look, a revelation dawned on Itomi's face. Oh. That minivan had already left Dokinzaka, she said. And it came back while we were there waiting for it, Achi finished. He thought back to his earlier run-in with the blue vehicle. So then inside that minivan, there had been a bunch of foreigners inside, which meant kidnappers had been trying to ambush Itomi. The kidnappers didn't have any intention of giving her sister back. The first one. Kidnappers had been trying to ambush Itomi. They told her that her sister was in that minivan to lure her to it. And the kidnappers had been lying in wait inside. Do you think they were trying to kidnap me too? That's it! Achi clapped his hands together. They let your sister go and demand a ransom for you. They make her deliver the ransom money for your release. They'd be able to get it like infinite ransom money by constantly abducting one twin after the other. That seems a little far-fetched. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Now that she said so, Achi realized it was kind of a ridiculous idea. Still, what if the kidnappers really were trying to kidnap me, Itomi said. As in, like, they accidentally abducted the wrong twin? It does make a lot of sense. That's not good at all. I mean, I guess that would have been easy to botch up. That would imply that they wanted me, specifically, and not my sister. Itomi paused briefly and thought. Maybe you're hotter than your sister or something? Achi suggested with enthusiasm. Itomi shook her head. That can't be it. If anything, it's the other way around. Compared to my sister, I'm just... Whoa, hey, stop right there. Achi had to interrupt her. You're not just anything. Please don't. I am. I'm just... Tears had welled up into Tomi's eyes. What? Why did this have to happen to her? Why not me? Whoa, hey, come on, don't cry. I'm sorry. Cheer up. It's like that song says. Don't just stand there, wipe those tears away. That one. You know it? Is that Ayakamiki? Yeah, that's the one. Put your hand in mine. Every single bee's a light. Huh? You know, every single bee's a light. Tell me that little giggle. Everything will be alright. You got the lyrics wrong. It's everything will be alright. Ah, right. Yeah, I guess that makes more sense, I guess. Achi's mouth curled into a sheepish smile. Alright, I think we've laid low long enough, Achi said at last. I think we should be on our way. We was about to get out to his feet when he heard voices outside the storeroom again. Yikes, that was pretty careless of us. Yeah, we definitely gotta watch it. The theater guys from earlier had returned and they sounded a bit panicked. Tomonari Takaya and Taro Toga, two members of the theater troupe, the Wandering Angels, Takaya is the Wandering Angel star actor, but lately, in addition to appearing on their stage, he's been taking on TV drama and film work as well. The next role he's slated for is in Sun TV's upcoming suspense drama Sumo Queen 2, where he will play the referee who utters the lame line, "It looks like things are getting heavy," upon discovering a victim's dying message described in one corner of the sumo ring. Heard folks have been messing with the storeroom a bunch recently. And did you hear who's behind it? Some juvenile delinquents? Like a gang? Wow, that takes me way back. Alright, sorry I'm back. She rushed over to the door. He tried turning the knob, but the door wouldn't budge. Oh, come on, are you freaking kidding me? He paced frantically around the room, pulling at his hair. We're locked in. And that door was the only way in or out. Achi and Tomi were well and truly trapped inside the storeroom. This is all my fault, Achi said. It was my idea to hide out here in the first place. He bowed to Tomi repeatedly. We're never going to be able to find that blue minivan now. Guess we'll have to get someone on the outside to help us, Tomi replied. She scowled thoughtfully. They powered their phones back on in order to call for help. The big question was who they could possibly ask. Tell me anyone you can hear reach out to. Mr. Tanaka, I suppose? Tanaka, right. The suggestion didn't exactly thrill Achi. He had no idea what this Tanaka guy was like. Hopefully he was the dependable sort who'd actually show up to rescue them. But somehow that thought made Achi feel even worse. Achi had someone he figured he could call, but he hesitated uncertain. There had been a time when he trusted this guy more than anyone. They bailed each other out of countless jams. Nowadays, though, things were different. And Tommy gave Achi a puzzled look as he sat, lost in thought. Right, guess I don't have much of a choice. Achi scrolled through the contacts list on his cell phone, found a name he had thought he'd never call again. Susumu. Yo, Achi, is that you? Susumu's voice was low and guarded. Look, I've got a favor to ask you. I'm in a real bind here. Huh? Like, things are ridiculously bad. I thought maybe you could help me out a little bit. You seriously thought I'd help you? Susumu's words were like ice. You messing with me or something, man? Now he sounded a touch angry as well. Painful memories flashed before Achi's eyes. Right, then. Sorry to bug you, just forget it. Susumu hung up before Achi was even finished talking. No dice, Achi said to Tommy with a lopsided frown. Dang. She looked back at him, her expression a mirror of his own. What should we do? What should we do? I guess we're back to Mr. Tanaka? Guess so. Wanna go ahead then? Did we continue? No? 139, 140. Jeez. Tommy tried calling him repeatedly, but Tanaka didn't pick up. What could have happened? She muttered under her breath. Do you think maybe the kidnappers found out that Mr. Tanaka and I have been in contact? Achi shrugged. It looked like they were just going to need to find some way out of there on their own and then maybe look for the minivan themselves. Achi strode over to the door and grabbed hold of the knob. He tried to give it a good steady pull. No good. The thing won't even budge. The door opens outward. Wait, really? Oh, dude. She tried to give it a push. Still didn't open. Okay, I was about to say, if it opens, dude, he kicked it. Oh! The door wasn't nearly as sturdy as Achi had expected. I think I can make this work. He backed up to get a running start, then kicked the door with all his might. Hiya! The door went flying off its hinges. Oh man, that was way too easy. She stepped cautiously out of the storeroom, quickly scanned the surrounding area. There was nobody in sight. Looks like we're in the clear, he called. But Tommy didn't come out, nor did she reply. Tommy? She had her phone in hand, apparently still trying to get in touch with Tanaka. Tiny sigh, she leaned against the wall and waited for it to finish. Well, doesn't look like I'm going to have any luck, she said. You know we can leave now, right? Are you still holding out hope for me, your Mr. Tanaka? It's not that, I'm just a little worried. Oh yeah? Okie dokie then, I'll just wait around out here. Okay, I'll be right with you. Achi shuffled his way back outside. Oh, crap. By the time Achi could finish processing the thought, he was already laid out on the ground. His jaw hit the asphalt hard. He bit the tip of his tongue clean off. The taste of blood filled his mouth. A moment later, it took a sharp blow to the head. It was done for. All the energy drained from his body. His mind whirled. His vision grew hazy. He began to drift from consciousness. Back when he'd run with Suzumu and the others, he'd never let himself exposed to a surprise attack. There were plenty of times when he'd taken a punch that sent him reeling, only to spin away and come back swinging. This time he hadn't even seen it coming. It was his last mistake. Guess I've let myself go soft. Achi grimaced inwardly, muttering in a voice no one but he could hear. Ouch. Tommy, I'm so sorry. Bad end. Number 27, attacked by the man with the cane. Achi successfully managed to break out of the storeroom only to be knocked out by the man with the cane while he waited for Hitomi. Things might have gone differently if Hitomi had managed to get in contact with Tanaka. Why hadn't he responded to her calls? Maybe something strange had happened at the Osawa residence, or perhaps there was some reason he wasn't able to answer the phone. I don't feel like doing Osawa's right now. Still never finished Thomas.